You check your phone, nobody texted back. Something in your chest tightens, just slightly. You tell yourself it doesn't matter, but it does matter. Your body is treating this like a five-alarm fire and you don't even know why. You've been taught that loneliness is a feeling, something soft and sad happening in your head, but the real answer is far stranger. Loneliness isn't an emotion at all, it's an alarm. Hunger isn't just a craving, it's your body warning you that you're low on fuel. Thirst works the same way, pain works the same way. These aren't feelings for their own sake, they're survival systems wearing a feeling's disguise. What if loneliness is exactly the same thing? Not sadness, not weakness. A biological siren built over millions of years, going off the moment you drift too far from the group. Your ancestors did not survive as individuals, they survived as groups. A lone human on the savannah was not free, it was exposed. There was no version of early human life where isolation was a viable strategy, none. So evolution built a warning system. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades studying primate social structures. He found that across species, brain size correlates directly with the size of the group an animal can maintain. Humans with an unusually large neocortex are wired to track roughly 150 relationships. That number now carries his name, Dunbar's number. Your brain isn't just capable of connection, it's built around it. So when you're cut off, your brain reacts like it's facing a physical threat. Because for most of human history, it was one. Psychologist John Cacioppo at the University of Chicago studied loneliness as a biological state, not just an emotional one. He found that chronic loneliness correlated with inflammation, elevated cortisol, disrupted sleep, and a weakened immune response. The body of a lonely person looked like the body of someone under sustained threat. Why would isolation change your immune system? Because separation once meant danger. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a wolf circling the fire and 3 unanswered messages. It just knows you're alone, and alone once meant exposed. In 2010, researcher Julianne Holt-Lunstad combined data from over 148 studies covering more than 300,000 people to measure the mortality risk of loneliness. Chronic loneliness carried a risk of early death comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Read that again. Being alone, over time, can be as dangerous as a pack-a-day habit. Not metaphorically, statistically. This is the twist. You were taught loneliness is a private failure, something shameful, but the truth flips that. Loneliness isn't a personal defect, it's a universal alarm present in every human brain, doing exactly what it evolved to do. It isn't broken when it fires, it's working perfectly. The problem is the world it's firing inside of. For nearly all of human history, loneliness was rare, and when it struck, it was solvable. You'd walk back to the fire. Now the alarm rings constantly in a world built to make it almost impossible to resolve. You can have 300 online friends and still feel the signal because your nervous system doesn't register a notification as the closeness it evolved to seek. A message thread is not a shared fire, so the alarm keeps ringing quietly for years while people assume something is wrong with them. What would change if you heard loneliness not as a flaw but as information? Not something is wrong with me, but I am disconnected, and my biology is asking me to fix that. The same way hunger says go find food, loneliness says go find people. Real people, in real proximity, the way your nervous system has expected for hundreds of thousands of years. You check your phone, nobody texted back. This time you understand what's happening. That isn't sadness, that's your ancestors, all the way down the line, still watching for the fire, still asking you to come back to the group.